look what's arrived. This must be my... Oh, Freya, are you wanting to see what's in my package? This has got to be my grape. Blackmore. Yes, this must be my grape. Only trouble is I'm not ready for it yet. I wasn't expecting it to come this quick. That must mean I've got to get out and do some digging, and I've not been well. So, we'll hopefully it won't mind being put in a pot for a bit. I'll have to start looking things up. I'll get on the internet and ask you lot. Well, this looks like my grapevine. Bare root, and I hope these are the instructions because I haven't got a clue what this looks like. Wax. Don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Right, better read the instructions and get them in. Dog, stop pushing the bowl around the floor. I'm videoing. Well, I've been nettle picking, and amongst all the nettles in my garden is all these horrible little rascals, and I keep chucking them back in. I'm going to kill them all in a bit when I've found every single one I can find in my garden, because they're eating my plants. Horrible snails. Right. This is my nettles. I'm going to top up. Rex, get away from the nettles, or you're going to get yourself hurt. Right, I've picked a bucket full of nettles to top up the nettle tea. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a terrible cold. My nose is running all the time. So I'll start again. This is my bucket of nettles I've picked for my nettle tea. I'm going to go and top up what I made last time with these. Right, this is the bucket. It's a good job we haven't got smelly vision, and I've got to put my hand in here to find the brick. I hope it's not too deep. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's a small brick. Right, this has been I think, oops, not very flat here. It's been about 2-3 weeks. And I'm going to put this lot in this bucket. Might have to put it down somewhere. I need both hands, and I don't want to touch the camera with this smelly. I don't know if you're able to see this now, it might be too low. And I've took my second pair of gloves off. I don't know if I left them down the garden, so I bet I'm going to get nettled now. I've got 2 pairs of gloves, these and my others. Right, I'm going to have to fetch my other gloves, it's no good, so I'm going to get nettled. Not good. Might have to, oops, might have to drain a bit off this. Right, I think I might just have to tip some of this out, otherwise I'm going to have too much water. So I'll be back in a minute. There we are. put the bricks on top. Some of them nettles should sink down a bit, and the nettles push it down into water. You're supposed to cover them, but I put a really load more in. So I'm going to put the bag back on and leave it again for another few weeks. But we've got a bit. I've joined a bit off, and that will not be ever so strong, but it will be a start. Right, I saved these seeds from my alliums last year, and the nettles have got that bad round them that I can't get them up, the nettles up, without killing my alliums. Well, I might, I've collected the bulbs up, but I'm not sure that they'll do well after they started to come. Right, if you can get one, you see it? Little seed, and I'm trying to find a head that has got plenty in. There you are. I don't know if you can see that. See the little black dots? They're the seeds. Right, I'm going to force these seeds to come out, and then I'm going to put them in this pot. I'm going to pick out these seeds and put them in here. I'm going to put quite a lot in because I'm not quite sure how the germination work's going to be. There, I've covered them with soil, and I had to give them a water, and I think I've about run out of labels, so I'll have to improvise with something if I have. Oops, it's dripping all over the floor. That's good. Better move it. Hi folks. I've not been doing an awful lot lately because I'm not very well, if you can hear my voice, but I've been doing a bit of potting up, and these squashes are now in bigger pots. Just these two at the front I haven't done, and it's about nearly 30 with the door open in my little greenhouse. And my grapevine is potted up and happy, sat there. These are what I've potted up today. So these are marigolds, the stripy ones, Jester something or other, and these are my dahlias. So we're going to have loads of dahlias. And if I just move across to the next one, these are my peppers, so I've done them as well today. So at least I've done something, even though I've not been very well. My daughter's been shopping and bought me a new blueberry. Not sure it looks very healthy, but we're going to put it up in this pot and see how things go. Right, that's wrong. I don't want that compost. Right, I nearly made a mistake. I put the camera on the compost I want. I need this compost, this Ericaceous compost for my blueberry. So we'll start again with the right compost. That looks nice. Right. Sorry, there's not much commentary, but the voice is not really working today. I don't know whether this will be alright. It looks a bit of a poor specimen. I think it was from the pound shop, but I always reckon to check inside the packets before I buy anything from the pound shop. But it might come back because there's some green on it. Right, find some water, and that is my blueberry plant. There it is. I'm going to put it in here where it's nice and warm. I'm going to pull this fleece down a bit and just can get it down. And just put it in front of it just to shield it from the sun a bit, because I got it a bit wet as I put it in, so that should just keep the glare of the sun off them leaves. Well, little stalks, aren't they, more than leaves. Come to check up on these. These are my cabbages. See if they need watering. They're in the shade now, so except for that one there. But, let me tip this up. That one there's a bit droopy, so I went over there. So I'm going to get these watered. They're back in a minute. There they are. Better come this side. She's not going to see them. There's my cabbages. Looking nice. And before anybody says, aren't they a bit close? The system is put them close, harvest them as they grow. So I like take one in between as they grow for dinner, when there's enough for just the two of us, and let the others grow on and plant something else in any spaces that I need to fill. Right, let's look a bit sunny over here at my chives. Chives are about to flower. Standing up a bit, I keep having to flatten them when I put the top on this. The courgettes are fine, and look at my purple beans. They're coming up nice. One over there. And my chard. It's looking nice. I better be able to stop picking some of this. This is very nice. These were from Joe, gave me these last year, and I overwintered them, and they're looking lovely. And my taters, they're fine. My peas and cosmos, they're looking alright. This bed's still looking a bit droopy because it's all the things I've dug up, if you remember. And if you come across here to more taters, and look what's over here. We have my Bolotti beans. I put a row of spring onions in, just there. I've got a bit of cosmos on either side. I've put some nasturtium seeds in each side, but I think the blackbirds have been digging, so they might have gone. So they're looking lovely. I'll move you over to the other side. My flowers are coming up, and I can't remember for the life of me what they are, because I did earlier today. Gladioli spikes, that's it. They're coming on nice. And over here, French beans. I've lost a couple on this side, but I shoved a few runner bean seeds in, so I'm hoping they'll come up. My beetroot, they're looking nice. And my radish. Now this is a rogue plant. This was in with my runner beans, and I definitely put no seeds that looked anything different to not runner beans, French beans. These.
right, all the seeds were identical, right, and they all came up, and I put them in when there was very little, but this doesn't look like a French bean, or a runner bean for that matter, so goodness knows what it is. Oh, there we are, that's that bed. If it's not too bright, can you see all my currants? The whole bush is the same, all these little currants. So it'll not be long before I've got nice currants on my bushes. And my strawberries have some flowers. My strawberries. There's another one over that side. So they're looking good. Right, what else have I been doing? My comfrey grew like mad, so it's had a haircut, so it's looking a bit sparse. So I filled my comfrey up as well as my nettle tea up. They've been topped up, and so that's another job. This sun's not very good, it's quite dazzling. And everything else in this bed seems to be fine, all growing nicely. My pears, oops, the sun again, sorry. It's got no blossom on it, but it's new this year, so hopefully it'll have blossom next year. My nasturtiums are still under here, and I've not been lifting them up, these up, I've just left them down. It shelters them from the sun, so this bed don't dry out as much. Big bumblebee just gone in there. I don't think there's any flowers under there, mate, but they're looking nice. I'll lift it up and let you out. Come on out, you silly bumblebee. Come on. Where you gone? You don't want to be stuck in there all night. Oh well. But anyway, it's protecting them if it's cold at night, and it's sheltering them from the sun, and it's stopping this drying out. I think that's might be another nasturtium seed from last year. Hopefully they will seed themselves every year, so I haven't got to bother, and this banking will be full every year without me having any trouble having to put them, oh, I know where it's gone, I can hear it, having to put them in every year. And my flower, it's lovely, and I haven't really, oh, there's just one or two going over there. That one, I can deadhead that one's gone, but I haven't really had to deadhead this at all. They stay out for ages, they're gorgeous. I'll just I'll have to take them into, it's looking a bit bedraggled. I think there's maybe one back there. So hopefully it will keep like this for a long time. There's one in there. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm glad Joe showed it me in the garden centre. Right, in the tunnel we have courgette plants, and these are going mad, and these are my spares, but them outside haven't got eaten by the slugs, and the cold's not got them, so they're fine. So I'm into that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, unless I just put them in pots somewhere. We've had a bit of a slug attack, and my poor marigolds have all had, half of them's had the heads took off them. That one's coming back. That Cosmos has got all battered. And what else? Oh, I've had to put slug pellets down. I don't like to do it because of the dogs, but it's been eating my dahlias. So my dahlias have got all slug pellets in, but they're doing quite nice. And if we look up here, you'll say, why is the hanging baskets back in here? Because my mother reckoned we was going to have some cold weather and maybe some frosts, and we're not being very well. I just couldn't keep taking them down and moving them under the gazebo out of the way of a frost, so I'm stuck a bit here temporarily. Right, the carrots have coming up. That's doing well. But this side, we just seem to have carrots on one side and not the other. So, might have to put some more in. And here is my butternut squash. And I've got this funny feeling I should have only just put one in a pot when I've been on the website and had a look how wide they grow. So one might be moving into a new pot, and I've put a few marigolds round the side, and I've brought my new cherry tree, plum, no not plum, they wanted a plum in this one, peach, pear and 2 apples and a cherry. I put the varieties on the underneath at the bottom last time, if anybody's interested what variety they were. I will get round to writing it on here when I have time. I've just been struggling to keep up with everything. We're not being very well, but everything's looking alright. It's a bit warm in here. I want to do something with these sunflowers. I want to get them outside. That'll be my next job. Can't think what I'm going to put with them. I've got a trough, big trough to put them in, and I want to put something else with them. And I had an idea the other day, but we're not being very well. I forgot, and I can't think of life and me what to put with my sunflowers. So the dark ones are really dark, like a blacky purpley colour. Very pretty by the looks of it. So if anybody's got any ideas of what to put with them, they don't think they grow very high, these. Looks like there's some remains of a slug in there. And then these are smaller ones. I'm not quite sure which ones these are because one lot didn't come up, so I'll have to see when they finally come whether what they are. So yes, if anybody's got any ideas, just tell me, because at the minute my brain's not working, and perhaps the idea I had will come back to me. But yeah, so everything's fine in here. Everything that I potted on is growing nicely. Swing over here, these lettuces are coming up nicely. Still got some more to prick out, but I haven't done it yet. These tundra really could do with coming outside. They're a little bit leggy, I'll have to plant them deep, but I haven't got anywhere to put them at the minute that will protect them overnight, that's not as hot as it is in here in the day. So right, we'll get out of here before I melt. Oh, me, yes, brain, shallots. My brain is not working at all, and my nose is running. Shallots are finally coming up, so they're looking nice. This is my new seating area with my mum's old patio set that I've made, because I did tell you that this was all full of rubbish where the bird aviary used to be. So temporary till I order my summer house, which I'm about to do. We've got this little area. It's quite nice to sit and have a drink in the shade. Makes a change from all the mess that left from the birds. Right, what I'd started doing before I was really poorly is this area. I've took the dog fence down and started getting the nettles out, because this area is terrible for nettles, and all my alliums was all surrounded by nettles. But when you try to get the nettles out, it's like a mat of the roots, and they spread, and you can't get the bulbs out without taking the tops off
So it's going to be hard work, but all this bed has got to be cleared. It's got some more nettles over there, look. You can't see because of the sun, can you? But the plan is we're taking out, you try standing with the sun to the back. You can see this slab here. So this row of slabs all the way along is coming out. They're being moved back here, and then we're having a new proper fence, dog fence in wood, all the way across from that fence, all the way down here, and a gate. So, and then all this, when it's been cleared, it's going to be my fruit. I think this tree is probably going to come down, or it's going to be made a lot thinner. And so all my fruit from over there is coming into this area. But I'm trying to save some of the plants that I want, and it's not really easy at the minute. This was one big palm, and the snow got it one year, and we cut it down thinking it was dead, and it sprouted back as 3, but this one's fell over. So I'm going to cut that one out. I might leave them too. I've got, it's a mess at the minute with everything. Oops, I don't go and nettle myself because there's tons of nettles around here. I've got an apple tree there, and it's got some lovely blossom on it. I bet I'm straight into the sun, so I bet you can't see. Let me try and get round here. Well, I hope that's better for you. See that blossom? So I need to stake that this year and clear again all the nettles, and perhaps we might be able to dig these. We cut these down last year, and by the looks of it they're coming back, so I might have to dig them roots out. So all this is going to be cleared. This is actually higher than that bit, and there's like stones like the wall over there all the way around, so I might be taking some of them out. And I've got a big grapevine that I've probably seen me pot up, is going to go along the new wooden fence, so all my fruit will be together. Right, I've put this fuchsia in here out of a pot. It's only just started coming back. It's not as good as the others because it never went in the greenhouse, and the others got potted on and then got put in the greenhouse, and so it was, they kind of came back quicker, but it is coming back now. So hopefully that will fill this area, and then I'm going to get some clematis to go up the back. I've got to readjust this. This is a temporary fix to stop the water going down onto my new seating area. I've got to sort it out. I've got to paint all this, and then I'm having some clematis to climb up it. We used to have a plant to climb up it, but I didn't like it. It was in when we moved in. And when I pulled it down, all this wood were rotten. So it's either replace it all or put something to cover it up again. So that's what we're doing. So if I move along, I put this one in. It never grows very big. It's been in for donkey's years. Not even quite sure what it is now, but it's quite pretty. So and then across here, this is my dog's grave, and well, dogs, because I've got two. I lost 2, so I've got to tidy it up because normally I have pretty flowers around it, and it's looking a right mess. And then we've got this bit to sort out, so the rhubarb can have a bit more room. And I think that's about it on what I've been doing.